Greetings. Coming to you straight from my humble abode, in the little room in which I practice, particularly in times like this. Just go ahead and bring yourself to a nice, comfortable seated posture. You draw your hands down, palms facing down, onto your knees or into your lap. And just take a few moments to ground yourself. Just allowing the bones to grow heavy. Maybe even noticing some awareness. Awareness of some areas of congestion. Areas in which we might be holding on a little too tightly. And just allow the body to grow heavy. Allow the shoulders to relax, to drop away from the ears. Just notice any tension that you might be holding on around the eyes or even in the jaw. Just allow yourself a moment to kind of sink. An opportunity to ground. Continuing that journey inward, just noticing your breath. Noticing its depth, its length, even those subtle pauses in between. Been taking in so much information as of late. Been kind of thrust into reality of the unknown. A lot of which can harbor a lot of fears and hesitations. In the past few weeks, I've been grounding with the assistance of Ganesh. The Hindu mythology, this elephant-headed large baby is grounded in the midst of chaos. And in many respects, he's the provider of these obstacles as well as the remover. But he maintains focus. He maintains his stance. To continue to find that stillness, we'll go through a few rounds of Om. Om Ganapatayei Namaha. Feel free to join me if you would like. Just taking a nice deep inhale in, allowing yourself to fill up. And empty the breath. Another deep inhale. Om Gam Ganapatayei Namaha. 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 Om Ganapatayei Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapatayei Namaha. ahead and just start to transition out to your hands and knees. Bringing the big toes together, knees can be hip width or even nose wide, and just sink down into child's pose. Reaching the arms forward. And breathing into the back body. And then carefully lifting your gaze, walking your hands in, sitting back up onto the heels, stacking the shoulders over the waist. And just bringing the right fingers down to the outside of your right hip. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up overhead. Nice side stretch, stretching to the side waist, all the way down into the hip. And then exhale as you draw the left fingertips down. Inhale, right fingertips will lift. And just drawing your gaze either internally by closing the eyes or even up towards the right thumb. Exhale as the hands clasp behind the back. Inhale as you draw the thumb and index finger down towards the earth, gaze up. And then exhale as you fold in. Inhale as you lift and round back up. And we'll just take that side stretch again. Right fingertips down. Inhale, left fingertips lift. Maybe finding a little more depth. Maybe able to sink that left hip more off to the side. Exhale as the left fingertips come down. Inhale, right fingertips draw up. And then exhale, drawing back to center. Inhale as the arms come up overhead. And then exhale, go ahead and just twist to the right. Left fingertips outside of the right hip. Right fingertips behind. Gaze towards the right shoulder. Inhale as you draw those fingertips back up. And then exhale, twisting to the opposite direction. Right fingertips outside and left thigh. Left fingertips drop back behind. Gaze to the left shoulder. Inhale, arms come overhead. And then exhale, just make your way to downward facing dog. Pressing down in through the feet and into the hands. Just allowing the earth and the energy of the earth to come back forward, to come back up. Gaze either between the knees or even up towards the navel. And feel free to pedal out the feet, alternating knee bends. Maybe even swaying the hips from side to side. Dropping down onto the knees, coming to all fours. Just finding your cat-cows. So strong pressure into the hands. Lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the belly towards the spine. Inhale as the belly drops, gaze comes up, and then exhale as you round in. Tucking the chin, slight tuck of the hips forward. Inhale, open. And then exhale, round in. Just start to sync your breath with your movement, or your movement with your breath, rather. And just noticing your contact with the earth. Back to that stable table, lengthening through the crown of the head. Extend the right leg straight back behind you and grounding through the ball of the foot. All 5 toes plant. stretching through the Achilles and the calf. And then just gradually start to make your way into downward facing dog, keeping the top of the left foot planted, left knee bent. Exhale, lower. Right knee plants, extend the left foot. Keeping that left hip point dialed in. And stretching through the left leg. And keeping the top of the right foot planted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right knee is bent, stretching through the shin. Exhale to lower. Start to sway from side to side, right hip. And then left hip to the left. Inhaling back to center, exhale, dipping to the left. Just opening up through the waist. Then maybe find you need a little more movement. Curl the toes under, lift your hips back, downward facing dog. And feel free to shake it out. Then shifting your gaze towards your thumbs to start to make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. Hands can go on the outside to the calves or on the shins. Flattening out the back. And on the exhale, belly's going to hollow, forward fold. Feel free to clasp opposite elbows. Allow gravity to pull the upper body in. Rooting down to the feet. Duality of heaviness and lightness. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, slipping in a little further as the belly hollows out, forward fold. Clasping the hands behind the back. And then lifting the arms up. Third time's the charm. Inhale to lengthen. Maybe straightening the legs a little more, and exhale, folding in a little deeper. Inhale as you root to rise. Sweep the arms up overhead. And then exhale, taking the hands to heart center. We'll go through a few rounds of Surya Namaskar with Dande Pranam, full prostrate pose. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Lift the ribcage up away from the waist, gaze towards the thumbs, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale as you plant your hands, bending the knees if you need to, step back to high plank, and then lower halfway down or all the way to the earth. Inhale as you peel the heart forward. And then exhale, curl the toes under, lift, lower the hips, and forehead to the earth. Pausing here for 3 to 5 breaths. And you can feel free to rock the hips from side to side. Grounding through the front body. And exhale as you draw the feet together, hands come alongside of the ribs, lift your gaze. You can come up onto the knees. Back to child's pose, curl the toes under and lift your hips for downward facing dog. And then make your way to the top of your mat. Just take a few rounds. Exhale to fold. Inhale to root and rise. Exhale as the hands draw through center. Again, taking a few more rounds. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale. Taking your vinyasa. Such creatures of habit. I just realized I went straight to downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of your mat. Just take a few rounds following your own breath pattern. Every inhale we ground and lift. And then every exhale we fold right back in. Just realized my head is cut out. You don't need to see my head anyway, right? Feel free to add any additional postures you need, maybe a side bend or even a back bend. There, now you can see my head. Reminder that child's pose is always an option. Feel free to take it. And we'll just meet in downward facing dog. And taking as many breaths as you need to get there. And then inhale, I'm just going to draw the right leg to the sky. Hello, plant. And then exhale, draw that right knee in towards your nose, shifting your shoulders over your wrist, round through the spine. Inhale, draw that right leg back. And then exhale, go ahead and draw that right foot through. Plant the left hand, and inhale, draw the right fingertips up towards the sky. Your follow side angle, also referred to as dragonfly. We're on the ball of the back foot. And keeping that back leg nice and active. Exhale as you lower down onto the back knee. Inhale as you draw both arms overhead. Low lunge. And pulling that left hip forward. And then on the exhale, go ahead and pull those hips back for half splits, drawing the toes towards the face. And you can also opt to sink all the way down onto the hips. Inhale as you lift your gaze, replant that right foot, curl the back toes under, take your vinyasa, or step back to downward facing dog. And your next inhale, draw that left leg into the air. Exhale, draw that left knee in towards your nose, shifting the weight forward, hugging it in, round through the spine, high up on those right toes.
Inhale as your left leg extends. And then exhale, taking that same concept as you hug that left knee in, slightly plant the left foot towards the top of your mat. Right hand will plant, and the left fingertips will lift, stacking the left shoulder over the right. Exhale as the back knee lowers. Inhale as the arms drop up overhead. This time the right hip pulling forward. And then exhale, sink back into your half splits. Again, it could be elevated. Fingertips on either side of the leg, or you can sink all the way back onto the hip and fold forward. Re-lunge, curl the back toes under, take your vinyasa, or go straight back to downward facing dog. So we'll just take those 3 postures. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pull through. Inhale, open up and twist. Exhale as the back knee lowers. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, sink back. Inhale to lift the gaze, plant your hands. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg will lift, inhale to extend. Exhale, round it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it through. And then to twist. Lower down onto the back knee, inhale, lift. Exhale, sink it back. Inhale, lift your gaze, replant. And then exhale, vinyasa. Just taking it one more round on both sides. Just start to lengthen your breath back out. And noticing your connection with the earth. All 4 points of contact through the feet and through the hands. Just adding on there, inhale, right leg will extend. Exhale as you round it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pulling it through. And then inhale to twist. Exhale, back knee comes down, right fingertips. And then inhale, arms come overhead. And then exhale, sinking the hips back. Re-lunging into the front foot. Right fingertips will plant. Back leg and left fingertips lift for half moon. Slide bend in the right knee. And then exhale, tuck that back knee behind the front. And then switching hands for curtsy dip. Grounding through those left toes. Right fingertips will come down. Inhale, lift up. Arms come overhead. And then exhale, hands come down. Step the left and the right toes back. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, open. Exhale, and then inhale to lift up. Exhale to sit back. From here we added on, rerouting through that left foot. Come on up, half moon. And then exhale right into that curtsy dip. Go ahead and plant those toes. You can add a twist if you like, hooking the right elbow outside of the left thigh. And then inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale as the hands come down, right toes step back. Take your vinyasa or go straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to hug it in. Inhale. And then exhale, pull it through. Inhale to twist. Exhale to lower. Inhale up. And then exhale back. Inhale, half moon. You can find your variation, stacking that left shoulder over the right. Exhale for that curtsy dip, optional twist. Hands to heart center, hooking the left elbow outside of the right thigh. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. And taking again on the left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift up. Exhale as you sink back. Inhale up. Exhale. And inhale, open. Feel free to add or take anything out. Meeting in downward facing dog, start to lengthen your breath back up. Just adding a few more postures on from there. Inhale, right leg will lift. And then exhale, draw the right knee to the left tricep. That's the muscle above the elbow. Start to extend the right leg. And then inhale. Open up, left arm lifts. Fallen triangle, flexing through the feet. Exhale as you carefully unwind. Inhale as you lift. And then exhale, go ahead and flip your downward facing. Inhale to open and arch. Exhale as the right foot comes to the top of your mat. Inhale, low lunge. Exhaling, half splits. Inhale, half moon. Exhale for that curtsy dip. And then inhale to lift the arms up overhead. Exhale as the hands come down. The right leg will lift. And then exhale, right foot outside and left thigh. Or right hand rather. Sink the hips down, lower down onto the back knee. For lizard pose, you feel free to reach back with the right hand for the left foot, bending that left knee Twisting and opening up through the chest, opening up through that left quadricep. Hand comes back down. Inhale, right leg will lift. And then exhale. Lower down to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg will lift. Left knee to right tricep, crossing it under, hugging it in. Start to extend and open up for that fallen triangle. Exhale to carefully unwind. Inhale, extend. Exhale as the hips drop. Inhale, open. Flip downward facing dog or one arm wheel. Left foot top of your mat. Inhale, low lunge. Exhaling, half splits. Inhale, half moon. Exhale for that curtsy dip. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands come down, right toes down. Inhale, left leg will lift. And then left foot outside of the left hand. Sink that back knee down. Lizard pose. And you can feel free to reach back for the back foot. Left hand to right foot. Gaze towards that right thumb. Noticing any congestion there in the thighs. Exhale carefully, unwind. Inhale, left leg will lift. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale to cross. Extend and open. Inhale to lean back. Exhale, unwind. Inhale to left leg, or right leg lifts. Exhale to flip. Inhale to open. Right foot, top of your mat, and inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, half splits. Inhaling, half moon. Exhale right into that curtsy dip. And taking any variation you like. And maintaining those legs, just inhale, lift the torso on the arms. Exhale, hands come down. Right leg will lift, inhale. Exhale. Sinking those hips down, grounding, inhale. And just switching sides. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Meet a downward facing dog. And feel free to come to child's pose. Just start to lengthen your breath back out. Nice deep inhale in. Open mouth, exhale, let go of any heat you may have built up. Slowing down the heart rate and the blood pressure. Disengaging that fight or flight response. Create a downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet. And just extend the right leg straight back behind us. And bring the right shin towards the top of our mat. Sinking down. And just finding your pigeon pose. Maybe it's staying up under the hands. Maybe it's king pigeon. And just opening up through the hip. And slowly start to lower down, lengthening through the crown of the head, and finding a nice long spine. And drawing the navel in towards the spine to protect the low back. Just lowering down a little bit at a time. An opportunity to rest, another opportunity to really ground. Opportunity to kind of clear out some junk out of that junk drawer that you have there in your right hip. You're welcome to stay here. If you need a little more, you can come up onto the right hand, sweep the left fingertips towards the sky and thread it under. Bringing the left shoulder and the left temple to the earth, wrapping the right arm around your low back, maybe even reaching for the right big toe. You can take only what you need. Leave what you don't. Just notice those waves of sensation. Some waves being stronger than others. Accepting reality as it is. If you're going to thread the needle, go ahead and carefully unwind. Lifting back up. And carefully cross the left shins. Stack it as best as you can over the right. For double pigeon, inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale to fold. Every exhale, just allow the earth to take in whatever you're willing to let go. Allow something to grow heavy. Allow yourself that opportunity to continue to ground. Inhale, as you carefully lift your gaze, walk your hands in. switch the cross of the legs, so the right shin will come on top of the left. Again, flexing through the feet. Inhale as the arms come overhead. And then exhale to fold. As you lift your gaze, walk your hands in. Just take that top leg and slide it back behind you. Just setting up for a pigeon on the left side. Again, lengthening all through the spine. Allow the lower body to ground, to become heavy. As those large muscle groups start to shut off, we're able to find a little more softness. Maybe to lower down onto our elbows or even a little further. I know as soon as we switch sides, our mind goes to the land of comparisons. Things are a little different on the left side. They're different on the right. Again, the duality of life, yeah? Welcome to stay here. If you need a little more, you can come up onto that left palm. Inhale, draw the right fingertips up. And then exhale, slowly start to thread it under, lowering the right shoulder and temple to the earth. And maybe the left fingertips or left arm will wrap around the low back. Maybe find that left big toe. And carefully unwind. Bringing the back leg back out in front. Planting the feet. Slowly lower onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. And just preparing for a few moments of rest in Shavasana. The most difficult part of the practice. Taking any additional posture you need to settle in. Allow yourself another opportunity to ground through the back body. Another opportunity to find some stillness in the midst of chaos. Let's take a nice deep collective breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it all out. Ganapatayei Namaha. Ganapatayei Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapatayei Namaha. And take in as many moments as you need. And knowing that I'm here for you. Even in the midst of all the chaos.